it's Kiss Wednesday, and I'm going to put on this stupid hat my nephew gave me. Alright? Here it goes. Can I tighten this up here? Yeah, I could. There you go. Yeah, this hat sucks. You know, he actually said, hey, you want this hat? I was like, no. And then I thought, oh, let me put it on for a video. So I'll probably throw this away after this. That looks alright. No, it actually doesn't. It looks like a girl's hat. Like a girl should be wearing this shit. Oh well. Oh, so that's what this video is about. Is that somebody hooked me up with the MP3s of the new Off the Soundboard from Texas Asylum tour, and so I said, you know what? I'm gonna grab a pen and my notebook, and write down what I think of each song. Okay. All right, so it opens up with Detroit Rock City, and let me tell you, it sounds amazing. The drums really sound good on this recording, and I like it. You know, a lot of people complain that, oh, they sped up too much shit in the 80s. I really don't care. I remember seeing those shows. I saw every show from Creatures till Hot in the Shade. All the tours I saw. The energy, you know, them playing it real fast and the energy of the arena and everything didn't bother me. Yeah, listening to it back doesn't really have the same effect. But this sounds great. It sounds great. I like the, you know, I just liked it. I thought it was an awesome performance. All right, then it goes into, the first Paul cringe. Paul is at his cringiest. And let me tell you, that guy's always cringy. But my God, this one's a little over the top. What was the first thing he said? Oh yeah, he goes, there's people in this area that don't like rock and roll. I guess they forgot they were young at one time. Man, let me tell you something. The place erupted. You know when he said that? Because Kiss Tards were really loud back then. They were young. You know, the Kiss Tards now, they're old and they can't really do much. But back then they were full of energy. All right, so then they go into Fits Like a Glove, and it's rocking. You know, I prefer the studio version, of course, but it's not bad. And why did Gene never say like butter? He never does that. It still rocks. Not complaining yet. So far, I'm loving this, right? Then the next one is Paul gets a little cringy again. He goes, I was talking to some guy, and some guy said to me, Paul, why do you call this the Asylum Tour? What kind of question is that? The album's called Asylum, right? They released an album called Asylum, they're on an Asylum Tour. But no, Paul had a different answer for him. He said, let me tell you something. The reason they call it the Asylum Tour, because look at all the crazy people, crazy motherfuckers here. And he says a lot of times the F word. Fuck, a lot. So that's why, yeah, cringe. And it goes into, then he starts with the, alcohol bullshit. And they go into Cold Gin. It's not bad. It's a good live version. It's rocking. I got no complaints so far about this album, right? Next, the guitar solo. At that time, this is Paul Stanley's guitar solo. At that time, Paul was so desperately trying to be David Lee Roth in a real shitty version of it. Well, now here, Paul's trying to be Eddie Van Halen, a real shitty version, doing the tap and shit. It's god-awful, but it's no different than the Animalized Live that we all know is fucking terrible. I mean, Jesus Christ, he hasn't gotten any better, you know? And I gotta say, man, Paul is a good guitar player. His solo in World Without Heroes is fucking amazing. And Sure Knows Something, he's great. But this shit, come on, man. And people were like going crazy because those Kiss stars are something else. I remember seeing that shit live back in the 80s, him doing that shit. And, well, actually, there were like a few of my friends that were with me going, what the fuck, man? They're all laughing how bad it was. And I'm sure there was Kiss tards everywhere going, oh my God, he's better than Eddie. All right. So, yeah, it's cringy. And then he does like, you know, the tough guy voice, you know, with his, you know, that's it, you know, it's just his stupid bravado thing. All right. And that goes way too long, by the way. It's like, all right, shut up, Paul, get to the next song. And he finally did. And the next song was All Night from Asylum. Love it. Great live version. It sounds great. The band is playing great. And, you know, and even the little stupid part where Paul in the middle of the song is trying to make people go, oh, you know, it's a soundboard, so you don't hear it as loud as you should, but still you hear it. That didn't even annoy me. All right? Still was a little cringy, but it didn't annoy me. I dug it, man. All right, next. What is next? Oh, Eric's drum solo, right? Yeah, it's great. But here's the thing, you know, listening to Eric's drum solo now, it really, I thought it was great. I'm not slamming it, whatever. But man, when you saw that live, when I saw Eric Carr, every time I saw Eric Carr do his drum solo at Kiss shows, it was always different. And it was really one of the biggest highlights of the show was Eric Carr. I loved Eric Carr. And it's a great solo, but if you would experience it live, it'd be even better. All right, next, War Machine. All right, here's where, here's where I'm kind of like, but also something very killer about the song. This live version is whatever. It's not bad. It's not amazing. But you know what is amazing in the song? Bruce Kulick. His guitar solo, his guitar playing. You know, and I never praise Bruce, really, you know. I don't think he's bad, but this is one of the best Bruce performances I ever heard in my life. It was fucking badass. All right, that's the best part of War Machine. Next, I Still Love You. All right, this one, I always hate the live version of this song, always. I only like the studio version because he does too much of that vocal gymnastic. He does it here too, but not that much. So this is the best live version of I Still Love You I've ever heard due to the lack of vocal gymnastics from Paul. And the band played well. Bruce played great. All right, next, Under the Gun. Yeah, this is not good. It's not good at all. Bruce can't do Mark St. John. And Paul is very, like, I don't know. I think he's just too hyper on stage. He's not singing well, and he's missing lines. And I don't care for this Under the Gun. Not good. All right, next. Bruce's guitar solo. Not good. I was not impressed. And here I am, you know, I'm like, oh, I'm not the big Bruce guy, but, you know, look what I said about War Machine. I couldn't believe how good he was. And then here it's like, oh, fuck, dude. You know, I'm sure probably Bruce is listening to this going, damn, I should have done better. And he is capable of doing a better solo than this. It's not good and it's boring. I don't care for it. And then Paul comes out at the end and throws a couple more cringy lines. All right, then we got Tears Are Falling. I don't like this song, but I do prefer this version. And it's because of what Eric Carr does in it. He does these weird drum things like boop boop, like sound effect type things that I think make the song kind of cool. I still don't like the song, but I like this version. I think it's better than the Asylum version. And I will also say All Night too. The only two songs they play from Asylum on this show. I like All Night more on here than on the studio version. And I love the studio version of All Night. Alright. Next, bass solo. It's okay. It shows that Gene is not what a lot of people say. A lot of people say Gene is not a good bass player. Gene is a great bass player. And he does showcase it a little on here. He does a couple little cool things, and then he just does things to make you think, oh yeah, he's a shitty bass player. But it's okay. It's not bad. And that goes into I Love It Loud. It's whatever. And I always hate when Gene doesn't sing one of the lines in the song. Goes straight to the chorus. It always pisses me off. I don't like the live version of I Love It Loud. Like, I love it loud and I still love you. I like the studio version, not live version. Alright, next. Oh boy, here we go. Paul's intro to Love Gun. Now, in the past, Paul was going to the hospital a lot. He was always at the doctor's. And he found like a nurse with big, big tits, right? So in this one, Paul's not at the doctor this time. Paul is at the hotel. This is where Paul has his thing. And he sees a girl from across the hall. Really hot girl. And he goes, her hair is up, this and that. And she had the biggest tits I've seen in a long time. And all the kiss stars are going nuts. Oh my God, big tits. Booms! And then the girl says to Paul, Paul, I gotta go upstairs and take a shower. And then I said to her, baby, can I come? And she said, excuse me? I said, can I come? And she said, as often as you like. Place erupts, the kiss starts, they're like, oh my God, he's actually gonna get laid. I wonder what that's like. And then, what else did he say in this? So he goes up to her room and she's like, why don't you take off your shirt? And then he takes off his shirt. Why don't you take off your pants? Oh no, I'm shy, I can't do that. So she came up, just like that nurse with the 501 jeans. The same thing. He says the same thing again. Is that, the nurse with the taking off his 501 jeans with the button? This girl did it too. What are the odds? He's wearing the same pants, by the way. The button fly. And then she's like, holy crap, Paul, are you packing a shotgun? And he's like, no, baby, that's mine. And he makes the crowd scream, Love Gun. And then they play Love Gun, and what did I say about this one? Pretty messy live version, but not really bad, but it's kind of messy. But mind you, all this shit I'm saying about, the songs I don't like it, all of them still sound really good. All right, next, Rock and Roll All Night. This song, every time I've heard Rock and Roll All Night, the only live version I ever liked was Kiss Alive. Every other live version of that song, I don't like, including this one. All right, and then they do Heaven's on Fire with some more cringe. More cringy intro. Paul's like, I know you're going to know the beginning of this song. Horrible. And it's kind of uneventful and sloppy. I don't care for it, but it sounds great. All right, then we go to, wasn't there a last song? I put Oh Susanna, but there's something after that. Oh yeah, Lick It Up. All right. They do Oh Susanna, and it's stupid. It's kind of an instrumental. I mean, I could be wrong. But when I saw that tour at the West Palm Beach Auditorium, I could have sworn they even sang Oh Susanna. I could have sworn. And I'm not sure if it was that tour that they played We Don't Get Fooled Again, which is not on here. I don't know. That might have been Crazy Nights. But either way, this Oh Susanna shit sucks. Then Paul puts his last cringy rap where he talks about telling the crowd, if you're gonna lick, don't lick it down. Don't lick it down. What else did he say? You know, he makes the crowd scream, lick it up. Yeah, he said, don't ever, 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 ever lick it down. Yeah, I don't like the song Lick It Up, every version of it. Studio live, I just think the song sucks. But hey, it sounds good. So there you go. That is my review of this new soundboard of Kiss on the Asylum tour. I really dug it. Now, also, I didn't buy it because I'm not going to spend $100. Number one, I don't like color vinyl. I don't hate it, but I don't care for it. So I'm like, man, I'll buy it if they release it on black vinyl, right? I will buy it. But then I saw they were selling it in Japan on CD, and I'm like, you know, lately, I love CD so much that fuck it. I'd rather get this on CD, especially hearing it now that I just heard it. It's like, I don't need this on vinyl. This will be fine on CD. It sounds great on CD. Compact disc, right? So they're only selling it in Japan. I went to go get one, and fuck that. They were asking too much. It was like 50, 60 bucks for this shit. I was like, oh, fuck that. You know, hopefully they'll sell it here on CD. If not, hopefully I'll buy it on black vinyl. But I would prefer the CD. But there you go, everybody. Thank you so much for watching my review. I hope you enjoyed it. And please, everybody, subscribe to my channel if you haven't and ring that little notification bell. I'd appreciate that. And like the video. It's good for the YouTube algorithms. So stay frosty. Listen to Black Sabbath. I'm taking this off. And smack 'em on gob.